morning everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well today. If I'm looking a little bit crazy at the moment, it's because I've got my foundation on and a bit of bronzer, but I haven't got any eye makeup on yet, and the reason for that is I was actually waiting for a delivery today and I wasn't sure which time it would come at, but I was hoping it would come in time so that I could do some pictures and try the palette out. And maybe even film a little bit of it. So I think I might try and do that today. We'll see how it goes and how the lighting is and things. But the palette that's arrived today is the Amrezy palette with Anastasia Beverly Hills. Is it Anastasia or Anastasia? I don't know. I really like the name though. I love the name Anastasia. I think it's such a pretty name. Anyway, so I've got the palette here. Look how beautiful. Can you see that properly? Is it focusing? Let me just flip this around and I can show you properly down here. Just look how stunning that palette is. It's really nice and sparkly. You can like feel the glitter. It's got like a bit of a texture to it. This is the box that it comes in. I will probably actually keep it in this box to protect it because I'm really precious about my palettes like that. So yeah, this is the palette. It's stunning. It's the same size as the other palettes, like the Modern Renaissance palette and things like that. And these are the colours inside. How beautiful are they? So if you don't know who Amrezy is, she is, I would call her like an influencer basically on Instagram. She is absolutely stunning. She reminds me of somebody like Kim Kardashian or something like that. She's very much got that same sort of colouring and look about her. She's just absolutely beautiful. Go and check her out on Instagram if you haven't seen her before or you don't know who she is. She just amazes me, like her outfits and things. I just really like seeing what she's wearing and how she does her makeup. So yeah, this is her palette with Anastasia Beverly Hills and I think it's absolutely stunning. I'm so excited to try it. So today I am having an at-home day. I'm just sat in some comfy clothes, I've just got a little tea on, and I've got my coffee here that I've just been into the studio for. And while I'm getting ready, I'm just listening to some true crime videos on YouTube. I don't know if you know this about me, but I absolutely love listening to true crime cases. I find them so interesting. There are a couple of people on YouTube that I really like listening to. One of them is Stephanie Harlow, who I'm listening to at the moment. I love her videos. I think she is so underrated. I think she's one of the best crime narrators on YouTube, and I think she deserves way more subscribers than she has, so go check her out if you like true crime. She's amazing. I'm listening to one at the moment that's called Bitter Kill. It was a kill though. Bitter Pill, the Chicago Tylenol tragedy. It's really interesting. So the others that I really like are Danielle Hallen and Eleanor Neal. Love listening to them, and Eleanor's from the UK as well, which is nice. So I think she's from Manchester actually, so she's not too far from where I am, and she's a redhead as well. Alfie's down here chilling out by the radiator where it's nice and warm, aren't you, sweetheart? Alfie? He's ignoring me because he doesn't want me to move him from where he is. Are you nice and warm, darling? He's so tired. You're a good boy, aren't you? Oh, he's such a good boy. Yeah, he went for his nails clipping yesterday at the vet's and he was so good. So good. He's normally really frightened at the vet's. It was really good this time. Look at these paws. Look at those paws. Lily was really scared yesterday, but they're all done now for another month, which is good. So, I'm just going to go now and take some photos of the palette. And then I will come back to you and we'll see if we can have a little play with the colours maybe, if I can get my lighting right. So I will see you in a few. Hi guys, I'm back. So what I've had to do is pull the blind across to try and block the sunlight out and put the ring light on, and I don't really like working in artificial light like this, and I don't really like how it looks on the video either. But for now we'll just go with it. Like I said in my other video, you might not have seen it, it was the glossy box unboxing and like a little vlog. I am looking to get some new furniture for this room so I can set things up properly, and then I'll be able to do some sort of like tutorial kind of videos. And I just think it'll be much easier to set things up, because at the minute There's stuff all over the place. It looks like there's been a little explosion in this room. And if you know anything about me, I like things to be really nice and neat and tidy all the time. I can't stand it when there's a mess. It makes me anxious. I don't like it. I like things to be nice and tidy. Anyway, what I thought I could do then is tell you about this palette and try a little bit of the eyeshadow and see how it is. Let's see if we can create a nice look with it. I might just do like one eye on camera because I think that might be easier, and then I'll do the other one and come back to you with like the full look that I've made with this palette. When I do like proper tutorials, I will probably do it in that kind of format as well. Think of like, okay, it's not going to be anywhere near as good as these, but think of like Nikki tutorials kind of style of tutorial. I think hers is absolutely amazing. By the way, who saw the video on Nikki tutorials when she came out and told us that she is transgender? That absolutely blew my mind, and I sat and cried my way through that video. I've watched it about 3 times now, and I just think she's absolutely incredible. I would never have thought that Nikki was transgender. That never even crossed my mind. And to think that somebody would blackmail somebody for being transgender to try and ruin their career and like embarrass them and shame them, I think that is absolutely horrendous. They should be so ashamed of themselves. I can't believe that there's people like that in this world. That just, I was going to say it upsets me, but it doesn't really upset me. It makes me really angry, like red hot anger. It makes me so mad to think that somebody could do that to somebody else, and somebody who's such a nice person as well. So anyway, I'm really proud of Nikki for that video and for coming out and telling people. She should have been able to share it on her own time when she felt ready to do it, but I'm sure that she's had a weight lifted off her shoulders now. So I just, I'm so proud. I think she's amazing. So anyway, her kind of videos are the ones that I aspire to do as in like a tutorial sense, but they won't obviously be as good at that as that. I've got a lot to learn yet. Just altered the lighting on the camera a bit because I think it was a little bit blown out and I want you to be able to see these shades a bit better. So first of all, what I thought I would do is just show you the colours inside the palette. How stunning are they? I absolutely love, there's one here that's called Barb. But yep, there. This one is Litty, this one is Cupcake. I think they are all absolutely beautiful. Let's do a little swatch. So the one that I'm going to swatch is Barb. Oh, God, that feels like really buttery. That's beautiful. So this is Barb. Wow, that is stunning. That is so nice. These are, I think they're actually pressed glitters. And apparently these are really hard to make. This one is Cupcake, so I'll just swatch that one. It's kind of hard doing this on camera. There you go. That one's Cupcake. That's stunning. Let's do, oh, this one is called Amrezy, and it's a really bright pink kind of colour. Like a, wow. Look at that. That is beautiful. I'm so excited for this palette. I was in the studio just like making a coffee and things, and I heard the dogs barking and I thought, oh, there must be a delivery. And then I thought, no, it can't be mine, it's way too early. It was like in Belgium last night. And I saw my dad walking up the driveway with this box and I was so excited, and I literally had to wrestle him for this box. He was like, no, you get on with what you're doing, go and make your coffee first before you get your package. And I was like, no, give it to me, give it to me. I was so excited. So yeah, I am just, oh, I'm so happy to have this palette. I only ordered it a couple of days ago and it's arrived already, which I think is pretty good going. What I will say is I've just tried to wipe that off and it has already stained my skin. But I think this is quite a common thing that happens with really highly pigmented eyeshadows. So I'm not too bothered. I always put a base down on my eyes anyway before I use anything. So let's get into the actual tutorial part. Not really a tutorial. I'm just going to do my makeup and talk to you. I don't know if you'll, what if I hold it about there? Will you see that? Can you still see what I'm doing if I hold it there? Can I prop it up anywhere? No. So what I'm going to do first is go into the crease, and I'm going to use this brush here. This one is from Sigma. I don't actually know the name of it because it's come off now. I've had this quite a long time. It was from the Rose Gold Extravaganza set that they did. But it's basically a little fluffy blending brush. And the shade that I'm going to take first, let me see what the lightest one is. I actually saw a video from Twee. If you watch Twee, is it Tweely? It's spelled like T-H-U-Y-L-E. She's amazing. She did a review on this palette. And she said that for people with lighter skin tones, she thinks that the transition shades may be a little bit too dark. So I mean, look at my skin tone, I'm really, really pale. So the one that I'm going to go in with is, I think, this one here, which is OG. In fact, no, let's go in with New Yorker. Quite a lot of kickback in the palette, so I'm really tapping my brush off really well so I don't get this all over the place. And then I'm just going to put that straight into the crease on my eye. This is not too bad. And I'm just going to work on building this up because I want to go in nice little light layers. I think the mistake that people make quite often, just judging from when people come for makeup lessons with me, is that they kind of put their colour on too heavy-handed to begin with. And that's when you tend to get problems because you just can't get the blend. I mean, you see how highly pigmented this is already. It's absolutely stunning. Okay, so now we've got a nice transition colour on there. And I'm going to go in with, let's have a look. Don't know how you pronounce this one. Is it Semsa? I'm going to go in with this one because really, I can't do like a standard smoky eye look, can I? I mean, this is an Amrezy palette. We need to go in with like the pinks and the nice foiled or pressed glitters. It's not going to be right if we don't. So I'm going to go in with Semsa and I'm going to use, again, it's a little Sigma brush, but this time it's this shape. So I've only taken that amount onto my brush and I'm just tapping off the excess because I don't want it to be too much. So let me just see if I hold the mirror there. And what I'm going to do is just kind of stamp it where I want it. These are beautifully pigmented. So just like that. And all I'm going to do is keep building on that colour. So guys, tell me, what have you all been up to so far this January? I feel like the year is actually going quite fast, which scares me. I always feel like January drags and like January is quite a hard month. Like people don't usually get their wages for quite a long time in January. It's a longer payday if you received your pay just before Christmas. So I think that usually it feels like a longer month for people and that they're really budgeting. And it can be really hard, it can be tough and it can feel quite depressing. I'm the kind of person though that really looks forward to January. I think last year in January was the first year that I actually felt like quite down in January. Normally I'm really excited because in February it's my birthday, my mum's birthday, and we have Valentine's Day as well, which I love. I mentioned this in my other video. I'm really into Valentine's Day even though I am completely single. I just really like the idea of Valentine's Day. It's just so sweet. Next I'm going to cut the crease on this eye. So I'm going to use, actually for this, I think I'm going to use a tiny bit of Dermacol. This foundation is just fantastic for, see if it'll focus. It's fantastic for covering acne scarring, tattoos. It's amazing. I've just put some on the back of my hand and that is way too much for what I need. Way too much. That would absolutely just drown my eyes in colour. But we'll just take a tiny bit. So I'm going to use this brush. Again, it's a Sigma brush. These bristles are quite firm on this one, so it's great for doing your cut crease. I do prefer, I have a Zoeva one in the studio in my professional kit, which is kind of this shape. And I prefer that one for doing the cut crease because you just get it covered in a much quicker time. So I'm just taking a tiny bit onto this brush and then I'm going to cut the crease. So the way that I like to do it, I don't tend to do the like tap tap and then look up. I just tend to carve it myself. So I put quite a bit down here and I go in quite like confidently on this little bit. I think actually we'll go in with Barb, I think, for this look. I really like the look of Barb, which is the first one that we swatched. It's kind of like an iridescent pinky kind of colour. So once I go up here, just being a bit more careful and tapping the colour on. And I go to about here because I'm going to blend the colour into that bit anyway. So next I'm going to use this brush, which I just showed you a second ago, and I'm going to go into Barb. Now this I expect to have a bit of fall down. In fact, it's not actually going onto my brush very well. So I think I might need to use my finger for this, which I don't like doing when it's a cut crease. Oh. So I'm going onto my finger. Oh wow, that's the one. I don't know if you can even see that, but wow, that is stunning. So I'm just going to press this onto my lid. That is really beautiful. Do you know what? I've just forgot. I'm actually filming a TikTok at the same time, and I forgot to film the process. 1 second. So next I'm going to take this little brush again, which is the one that we used for the purple, and I'm just going to add a tiny bit of purple to where I want it and blend it into that cut crease. So I'm just making it a little bit higher, just tapping off that excess, and I'm just going to go into this purple here and just work it into where I want it. I just want it to blend nicely into that nice iridescent shade. So again, just tapping into that colour really lightly and just going into it. People saying to me, you really need to get into TikTok, it's really good fun, give it a go. So I downloaded it again. I already had an account on there, and do you know what, I'm really addicted to it now. I really love it. I've seen that meme, no, it's not a meme, I've seen that TikTok video where it's like this guy like, oh, me going to bed after spending 5 hours scrolling on TikTok, and he's like, inside out, and I think, oh my god, that is actually me going to bed after being on TikTok. Like, you can't get it out of your head, it's so addictive. Now the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm just going to leave the top of my eye for a second, and I'm going to do my waterline, which is not something I typically tend to do either, but I will for today because I want to do a more dramatic effect. I'm going to go in with the dip brow that I told you about earlier, the caramel one. Oh, don't you just love it when you get a brand new pot? Just look at that. Gorgeous. So I'm just going to pop this onto my waterline, and I'm going to use this tiny little brush here. This is a Sigma brush. Focus on the brush, please. And this is the Waterline Liner, and it's E17. And actually, like usually I used to use like a long liner brush to do my waterline, but this is so much easier, particularly if you're a makeup artist and you've got clients. Try this kind of brush, and it just makes it so much easier to get to your client's eyelid. So I'm just going to pop that onto my waterline, and my hand's so shaky. Not this one, the one that I'm holding the mirror with. I'm going to go slightly over my waterline as well, because I'm going to blend this in across the bottom. And let's actually go in with a sensor, which is the same one that we've got on the outer corners at the moment. And I'm just going to smoke that into my lower lash line and just keep working it in. Next I'm going to use, in fact no, I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use this little brush, which is the Airbrush Blender brush from Sigma. And we're just going to smoke that colour out a little bit. I'm really contemplating going for Leo here, just because I really want to try it out, but I don't know whether to or not. It's not usually my kind of colour. Let's just go for it. Let's just mix it with it. Oh my god, that's so nice. It's like a acid rainbow kind of colour. There is a bit of fall down off this colour. Blow it off. It's just gone under my eye. Tap off the excess really well with that one if you go for it. Just brushing away that fall down. So this has actually given me a different idea of what to do on my waterline. So I'm just going to take Leo, and I'm going to take it on an angled brush, and I'm going to push it into my waterline, just to try and get more of that like nice electric-y blue colour. I think that's so pretty. Are you the kind of person that likes to experiment with the makeup, or do you kind of stick to what you know? For me, I go in little phases. Like sometimes I will go ahead and do like crazy looks and really enjoy them, and I'll like go to the supermarket wearing them and things and not think twice about it. But sometimes I get stuck in a rut, I suppose, like everybody does, and I end up sticking to like what I know. I'm just working on this outer corner now, just to make things more of a seamless blend. Next is mascara. but the one I'm going to use today is Lash Alert from Ico, which is this one. It's just focusing on my eye, which is so creepy for you guys watching. Just like see a little eye in the background, like hello. Yeah, so I like this mascara. It's very nice. I've just ordered a couple of bits from Look Fantastic, and you could get one of these for free with your order. It was like a complimentary gift if you spent so much. So that was really nice. So what I'm going to do in a minute is I'm going to pop some lashes on and get some liner on. I'll do the other eye and then I will come back to you and show you the finished look, and I'll pop something on my lips as well. So I will see you in a minute. Hi again. So I've just finished the makeup and this is the final look. I hope that you like it. It's been nice to just sit and play around with a new palette. So all I did was put a tiny bit more of the purple on, just to blend things out a little bit more, and I put a little bit more underneath my eyes as well. Then I put a little bit more bronzer on and a little bit more highlighter, because when you've got the ring light on, it really blows the makeup out and you can't really see the colours very well. It just whites things out so much. And then on my lips, I've actually got my new favourites, which are the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liners. And I've got the colours Can and the colour Lavender and Lace. Isn't that a lovely name for a colour, Lavender and Lace? So what I'm going to do now, let me just zoom you back out. Oh, that's inwards. Let me just zoom you back out. Ignore my hair, it looks a right mess today. I need to do something with it. I'm just going to turn the ring light off and then open the blinds, and then I can show you what the look looks like in daylight as well. So we'll be back in a second. Okay, so I am back and this is what the look looks like in proper daylight. The highlighter is from the Sleek Solstice palette, and I've also got a tiny little bit of the Benefit, let me just see what shade it is because I don't want to tell you the wrong one. It's from this really cute little palette, which is this one here, and the shade is Dandelion Twinkle, which is such a pretty name. So the colour is Dandelion Twinkle, which I've got on my cheeks. It's very, it's not as bright as this at all. The one that looks a bit more blinding and a bit more like highlighted is the one from Sleek. The Dandelion Twinkle one is quite subtle by my standards, but it's still really, really nice. So that is about it. Can you see the destruction behind me? Oh God, I can't wait to tidy that up. It's such a mess. That is about it for today. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I can't wait to get set up properly, and then I can do proper makeup tutorials and show you the kind of looks that I like to wear. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and also please subscribe if you are new, because I would love to have you as part of my YouTube family, and I really want to do so much more on YouTube this year. 2020 is going to be the year. So again guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Please be nice in the comments. I'm sure you will. But yeah, this is my first time doing a kind of tutorial video, so please be nice. Please be gentle with me. Okay guys, I will speak to you all soon, and hopefully see you soon for a new video. Bye.